Hey guys, I'm Rachel Cruze.
And I'm George Kamel.
And this is Smart Money Happy Hour. Cheers, George.
Cheers.
Well, this is a show.
It is a
where we are two friends who happen to be money experts, and we talk about all the things you're talking about, whether it's pop culture, things going on in the world, and money.
Money, 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 money. So on today's episode, we're going to do things a little differently, Rachel, because it's Thanksgiving. And let's face it, sometimes the absolute worst things to talk about during the holidays with your family are culture, current events, and of course money.
This exact
the last
podcast. So
I would choose politics, religion, and sports over money with my family. I'll tell you that much. I know you wouldn't because, you know.
Oh, I love it.
Your dad's Dave Ramsey, so you guys are always talking about mutual fund and interest rates.
All the time, George. No, it's not.
It's mutual fun.
So we're going to have some fun. We're going to do Dr. John Deloney's Questions for Humans. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, George. And then we're going to talk about some Black Friday shopping.
I love it. Well, for those that don't know who Dr. John Deloney is, he is a fellow Ramsey personality of ours, a friend, a mental health expert, a best-selling author, host of the Dr. John Deloney Show. And Rachel, can I say that he's in the room with us right now?
I know. This
as a
is
special, the first guest ever on Smart Money Happy Hour.
How do you feel?
I can hardly breathe, guys.
Wow.
Like, I've had two life goals. One was to get on TikTok and one was to get on this show.
And you've accomplished.
TikTok hasn't happened, but it has happened. But this show, like, guys, I'm not going to be able to sleep for a week after this. I can't wait.
I'm so glad. We're so glad.
We somehow had enough drink for you, John. And today's drink, it is Smart Money Happy Hour after all, is a mocktail. It's a rosemary grapefruit mocktail. So
take a
hope
sip.
you enjoy.
I actually have been drinking this. It tastes like somebody had old water and steeped it in lawn clippings and then garnished it with the most bitter fruit possible.
I was going to say it tastes like if I threw up on my mouth with ice cubes
Y'all.
in it.
It's bad. I warned
It's
you
bad.
before you
Producer
talked it.
Lindsay's chiming in.
I literally
Can
said
I
I don't want
stick up?
anyone to make this.
Can I please stick up for the mocktail?
Yes.
It's not terrible.
Oh, it is.
Rachel, if you described your marriage as not terrible, you would be in counseling
Exactly.
like a whole lot more.
Hey, honey, how do I look? Not terrible. Oh, this is happening.
Wow.
This is
So
super
it's not
happening.
the best, but it's
Well,
not
you'll get the
terrible.
full rating and review, the breakdown of the cost, the recipe at the very end, and maybe you can make it better at home. So, John, we brought you on because we're playing a little Questions for Humans. You invented this.
I thought you brought me on to poison me with your
No.
drink, so I'm glad.
That
we're
would have
doing
been
something
me
else.
who poisoned
That's
you, not them.
Unintentional byproduct. So, can you tell us why you even created these decks of cards called Questions for Humans?
Yeah, so I had a buddy who was like a chief information officer of a big fancy university. He's on the board at Apple and Google. Real smart guy. And when I was deciding whether to take this job, to leave my former career to come do this, I called him and said, hey, what's the book that has not been written yet? And because I didn't want to just add my voice to a chorus of noise, which is the world. Kind of like this pod, right?
Yep.
So
This is a beautiful noise.
yes,
but-
it's a beautiful noise. Oh, that sounds like a 90s emo band. Beautiful noise. Right.
Yellow card.
Sad poetry about our dad. You play the violin. I'll rock. Yeah, exactly.
That's yellow card.
So he said, well, I've been listening to you, Deloney, and we were friends, and he said, I turned all my screens off in my house, and I took the phones away and the iPads away from my daughters. He has 3 incredible, brilliant daughters, and he said, now we're all staring at each other. What do I do now? And I was like, just talk to your daughters. And he goes, okay, Deloney, I'll just talk to them. And it clicked right then. Oh, you don't know how? And then I thought, I don't know how, because I had Hank was little, and I was like, I don't know how to talk to him. And then I realized, it's just a skill we don't have. And what if we just created little cards and we just handed them to people and said, just read the card to the person in front of you or to the group in front of you. But,
you released a Christmas edition of the card, so we thought we'd pull a few out of that deck and have some fun. What do you think?
Yes, and here's the thing. There's no COVID questions. There's no politics questions. It's just...
I thought you just put like a little
so
grenade
it's a
in there
no fun
for
deck
fun.
is what you're saying.
No, trust me. I want to have a friend, like, you want to end friendships? Like a deck of cards that would just have like an X on it. It would be incredible.
Instead of how to win friends and influence people, it's how to lose friends and hurt everyone you love.
People always like, hey, I don't know how to break up with
There we
friends.
go.
There's no like formal breakup process. Like, I got you. Yes.
Just
we'll
buy
ask
the
these
set of
questions.
cards. Okay, I'm going to go first.
Let's do
All
this.
right.
Here's the first card. Ready? When should you put up Christmas decorations and when should you take them down?
Oh, this is a grenade, John. This is a controversial question.
I have my answer.
Okay,
you
go.
do.
November 1st. Put them up. Put them up. Enjoy it for 2 months.
Before
because there's a lot.
Thanksgiving?
Oh, yes. Long before.
Consumerism over gratitude. Figures.
Figures.
Wow.
Y'all, you work so hard and do so much for Christmas, you have to enjoy it. And that makes me sad that the Deloneys, if that's your rule of thumb, the after Thanksgiving people, it makes my heart sad.
That you lead a sad life.
Because
John.
I think you only get to see that joy for like really 2.5 weeks, especially if you travel for the holidays.
That's
so we're going big.
I'll play referee. What's your take, John? I'll hear yours
I think
first.
if you put it up on November 1st, Thanksgiving is just a meal on the way to Christmas.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
It's a
I could
stop.
skip it. I
It's
could
like
skip it.
Connecticut. It's meant to go through. You know what I mean? It's just we're on our way somewhere.
Sorry,
the way to
Connecticut
Texas.
people.
I'm with Rachel on this, John. I think you're wrong, unequivocally.
I'm not. So here's what I think. I think you wait till Thanksgiving's over. The day after Thanksgiving is you transition your Thanksgiving stuff away. You set up all the Christmas stuff. And then here's the catch. You leave it up for a long time.
Oh, no.
That's
This
even
is where I'm
worse.
strict.
Why?
What do you mean a long time?
After New Year's. I mean, first week of January, it's got to
yeah,
be done.
yeah, I'm with you on that. But
Okay.
that's a month plus.
I think John loses this one,
Math
Rachel.
doesn't count in this conversation.
All
so
right. Moving on to a less controversial question, Rachel. Here's another card. What's a holiday memory or story you tell every year?
Oh.
What's
Wow.
yours, George?
Here's a holiday memory that they still do for some reason. So my family's Middle Eastern, as many of you know, like very Arabic. Like I'm talking, we sing Arabic carols, the whole 9 yards, Arabic Baptist to the 9. My grandpa would come through the front door at some point in the night, probably around 11 o'clock, full Santa Claus gear, sunglasses, and a sombrero. And we would all just start chanting, Santa Claus, Santa Claus, Santa Claus. And he would just prance around the room and just yelling names out and throwing gifts.
That's incredible, dude.
And so after he passed, my uncle took the torch, and he still does it every Christmas. Comes through the front door, doorbell ringing. Even us as grown adults, we still are like in shock and awe and into this moment. All right, next card. What's your family's staple holiday dish or dessert?
Oh, man.
You guys are so
My mom,
uncultured.
no, I mean,
on.
mom makes, I would say, very similar food every year. I mean, I feel like it's pretty stereotypical.
Well, I'm
our
curious
food in a
because I
great
didn't
way.
grow up in a
like
traditional.
sweet potato casserole with almonds and brown sugar on top. I mean, like
Okay.
a ham. We always have cranberry sauce, like all that kind of stuff.
By sauce, you mean the stuff out of the can that shouldn't
No,
be legal?
mom makes. I think Whole Foods has now provided it for the last like 2 or 3
God bless
Christmases.
Sharon
but-
Ramsey for having
I
standards.
do like the sweet potato casserole because it was like, hey, there's a vegetable.
There's something in
Do
there.
you think there's a way we could take that vegetable and help everybody get diabetes? Yes.
so confused.
Dump brown sugar all over. It's awesome.
When I moved to the South, I was like, wait, you all just eat this as like a dish? Like it's not even
No,
dessert
it's
yet.
the vegetable.
It's not even dessert. And like, no, we're eating brown sugar and marshmallows with tons of sugar in this potato thing.
It's
It's
a
so
vegetable.
good.
Very confusing.
We have we switched to my mom's an incredible cook, and we started cooking Mexican food for Christmas.
Oh, that's fun.
And like enchiladas and fajitas and stuff, and it's awesome.
Wow.
That's fun.
Staple dish at the Kamel
Yes,
household for
Arabic, give it
Christmas.
to us.
Wada anab.
Whoa, say it again.
Wada anab. It means grape leaves in Arabic. And it is literally leaves from a grape tree. And you wrap it with cooked rice and beef and spices and lemon and garlic. And it's one of the best dishes known to man.
Tell me this: if I was in Israel at one point in my life, would I have had that? I think I've
makes
eaten
sense.
that.
That's plausible.
Yes.
And
I
then
think I've had
dessert,
that.
baklava.
Oh, and your mom.
My mom makes the best baklava.
I heard a rumor
Mama
she's coming
Kamel.
down.
Yeah. We'll get you some, John.
right,
But here's the thing.
So
it's not
good.
the Greek style that's like soaked. No offense to the Greeks.
Yeah, you got
But-
racist real quick here.
No offense. I love the Greeks, but their baklava is like soaked in honey and it's like way too sweet.
Oh yeah.
May Camel's is perfectly sweet. She makes her own simple syrup, walnuts crushed up with some cinnamon sugar in there, beautifully crunchy. Oh,
Kind of sounds like sweet potato casserole.
No, this is a dessert, Rachel. We don't count it as a vegetable in our household. So there you go.
Oh, I love it, y'all. Christmas. I can't wait.
I'm getting excited about it already. See, we're
am
already
too.
skipping Thanksgiving, John.
I know.
I'm gonna spend a season being grateful for what I have, and then I'll get to being excited about what people are gonna give me.
So part of the Thanksgiving spirit, though, is the shopping. You get your
Is
Black Friday,
We're grateful for like half a second, then we're like, cool, shove things in my face, and I want to spend a lot of money.
Cyber Monday, all the things. Okay, Black Friday shoppers. What are y'all? I feel like there's 2 stereotypes. It's like the people that still get up, go to the store, or are you online? Like, where are you guys in that? Have you ever been a Black Friday shopper?
Yes, but not like the doorbuster deals. Like I was always like, I'll roll up at 10 a.m. instead of 6.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But nowadays, last few years, I strictly go online. Like, I love waking up day after Thanksgiving in bed in the matching jammies and just going to town and seeing what deals are happening online. John?
Yeah, I'd rather set myself on fire than get up and go Black Friday shopping. Like,
We should go together.
Did you ever go as a kid?
No.
Yeah, I don't
No.
think I ever did either.
Can I tell you what I've got a bad habit of? Like, I do get in the season of buying things, and one of my favorite things is buying gifts. But I also just start buying stuff for myself, and I have a bad habit. Like in November, especially, I'll start buying things for like gifts, and then I'll be like, I need that, and I'll buy it, and then Black Friday is like, and Cyber Monday are like the weekend of shame for me because I buy stuff like 2 weeks before, not remembering that there's this big sale, and then it ends up being 40%
Sitting
off.
off
And
and
I
you're
just paid
like,
for it.
"Dadgummit."
Yeah, I get all
I
mad
know.
at myself for not waiting, and then I feel shameful that I bought gifts for myself during the gift of the season.
Okay,
of
this
gifts.
is a safe space.
I do buy things a lot for myself on Black Friday, I will say, and Cyber Monday. Because I wait, because I know it's going to be the best
For
deal of
sure.
the year at any retailer.
Hey, around here we say if it's a good deal, it may not be a good deal for you, but it would be if it's in the budget
That's right.
and it's a plan. So, John, welcome.
Thank you for your honesty. This
I
is a
appreciate
safe
that.
place.
I hear you.
I hear you.
I'll shame you
buy
for a
stuff
lot of
you?
things, but
I
not
see
for
you.
that.
Yeah, if there's a big thing that I want,
You're like,
I wait
yeah,
for the
always?
sale. Yeah, I wait
I'm
for the
Rachel
sale.
freaking Cruze. I buy whatever.
No, it's if I had like a thing, a large ticket item, I will. I'm like, oh, I'll wait like a month.
Okay, but a tip,
A Keurig?
though, like things that look like they're a good deal but actually aren't, that really riles me up. So on Amazon, it'll be like MSRP $120. It's on sale for $60. And then you're like, wait, it's always on sale for $60. It's not on sale at all. This is just the normal price.
Now that's the emotion, yeah.
So there's a website out there, literally called camelcamelcamel.com, that tracks the Amazon price history. And so I will use that, unironically, on Black Friday
It's a little bit on the nose.
to actually
Did
figure
you
out what's a good
start
deal
the
or not.
site?
No, but I should have. It
Does it
shows
end
you a charts and graphs of like, here's the best price.
That's pretty
Here-
amazing.
this is a good price. You should go ahead and buy.
Oh my goodness. All right. So, some interesting things that the New York Post was talking about were some trends that we're going to see this year. So, the first one is that Black Friday 2022 is beginning earlier than ever, and some retailers have already started this.
I've already
sale.
started getting emails.
I know.
Just
Get your
Right after
Get
Halloween,
your Black Friday prices right now.
the urgency.
It's like 3 months of sales. I mean, it just doesn't like, are you ever really in a sale if it's always a sale?
Ooh, I got
So
awfully
deep.
meta.
That
So
was
deep.
very deep.
This is another one, Rachel. Retailers will have excess inventory, meaning you may see Black Friday level savings in addition to official promotions. So they just have a lot of stuff laying around they have to get rid of.
Oh, wow.
So this may be a great year for deals.
Yeah, can I ask you two money gurus this question? My understanding is there's been a huge, like a backlog of inventory because there was such a
Such demand and then a
There's yeah, that's
surge.
right. There was such demand that companies built a bunch of stuff, and then all of a sudden it started to fall off. People stopped buying things because of an impending possible recession, and so there's just going to be a ton of things on the shelves, and that could be a great season
Supply
for
and
folks who got
demand.
cash, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, according to the New York Post, you are correct.
Really?
That was
You're
the
a
second
genius,
prediction.
John.
Yes.
No way.
You're a genius.
All right, third prediction is that Black Friday 2022 will blow up online again.
That's not even a prediction.
Is that a prediction, New York
Whatever.
Post? That was kind of
Popular toys will sell out fast, and retail experts recommend buying them ASAP, i.e. Black Friday might even be too
Are
late.
these all predictions?
You know what this reminds me of, though? The movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he is trying to fight
Jingle
for
All the Way.
Jingle All the Way, one of the best Christmas movies of all time. That's what's going to happen. Me and Arnold are just going to be battling it out over the last Turbo Man in Times Square.
Is that a prediction? Hold my drink, guys. Listen to this. The best toys are going to sell out.
I know.
Good, man.
You're
Way to
right.
go.
You're
Always
right.
are.
Well,
Always
thanks
are.
to New York Post for stating the obvious.
That's right. So remember, you guys, as you're out Black Friday shopping, Cyber Monday, make sure you have a plan going in, knowing what you want to buy, and you have the money and it's budgeted. John, do you want to stay for our last segment? This is like the best segment of the whole show. Do you want to stay?
You hard sales pitch. Yes, I'm in.
All right. So it is time for our last segment.
Guilty as charged.
This is where our producer gives us a new guilty as charged question every week. And if we have done it, we have to take a drink of what I think is a great mocktail. You all just, John finishes. Look at John's over there.
Well, I'm a trooper, man, but this is like sewage water. But I'm
That's
in. I'm in. I'm in.
The good news is, if you've ever thrown up, you've already tasted this cocktail.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh,
Y'all are
that's
terrible.
awful.
Not near as awful as this drink. It's so good.
That's That's fair. Okay, what if I asked you a question that wasn't necessarily like a guilty as charged question, but because we have 3 Ramsey personalities here, it might be fun.
Okay.
Someone wrote in, what do you think your life would look like at your age if you didn't follow the Ramsey principles?
Oh,
I would know where I would be.
Like if you like didn't do anything that is taught here, where do you think you'd be right now? Because this is fun.
It's like by God's grace, I was born into the family I was born into, just to be told from a young age to only buy with money you have. Y'all, I would 1,000% be a credit card and deeply in debt. Not just like I paid off every month for the points and airline miles. I mean, I would probably easily be 40, 50 grand in credit card debt. I would just I would consumer spend unlike anything else. So,
and you would justify it all.
you know me so well, George. You know me so well.
I know from working here, I've been here with almost 3 years, the number of times I've been like about to buy something and thought, I'm going to go sit on the Ramsey show next to Dave on Tuesday. Like, I can't do this. So that level of accountability, like I'm sitting at the table, I'm giving advice, that has been an accountability metric for me. I would take whatever, Rachel, however bad you would be, I'd be like, I've hit rock bottom, and I'd be like, hand me your shovel. I can dig deeper. Like, I would be an absolute train wreck because I can rationalize anything. I love buying just junk, and I would be a mess, an absolute mess.
Wow, thanks for your honesty, guys. I'd be amazing. I'd be fucked up. It reminds me of the Monopoly game at McDonald's where like you buy tons of McDonald's and like eat your weight and have diabetes, but you like could win the Monopoly game at McDonald's.
Except there's one Park Place and it's like in Kentucky somewhere.
You never get it, but you're like, I'm going to beat the system. That would be me. I would be the guy who thinks he's beating the system and like so proud because he moved his credit card from the 0% to this one and he's going to beat the credit card. I'm going to play the game and I'm going to feel like I'm winning and yet be totally broke and have payments all over and not be actually winning with money. So,
see, I'm too lazy for that. I would just go charge everything.
Wow. Lazy spender and really smart idiot, I guess, is me. And John is somewhere in
Just
between.
sad and depressed. I owe
With a
so
bunch
much
of
money.
nice
I'm
stuff
so
around
anxious.
you.
I'd have real nice stuff.
Well, on this Thanksgiving episode, I'm grateful that we are not that way, and I'm grateful to be around smart people like you two.
George, that was so nice. And Lindsay, us three.
You're staring right at me and you didn't include me.
Well, we were
so sad.
I'm sorry. Of course,
It's
Lindsay,
just called a hint,
producer, we're
sweetheart. You just got to take it.
so thankful.
This show's about honesty and
That is
directness.
fair.
I am thankful for y'all, and I'm thankful for this mocktail, Lindsay, even though they don't like it. But
Well,
George,
it's pretty bad.
Give us the rundown.
My rating is -4 out of 1,000.
Oh my god,
Yeah, I
I-
don't blame you on that one.
guys, my rating, genuinely though, Lindsay. I mean, I'm gonna go 4 out of
I
10.
don't take it personally.
I'm going 4 out of
I
10.
looked it up online.
I am fairly certain that my pee is going to glow.
So here's what's in it, if you're wondering. It includes a sprig of rosemary, grapefruit juice, and seltzer water. And you're wondering, how could those 3 things be terrible together? I don't know, but we found a way today.
Well, I think I know part of the problem is I didn't know that if you pour in sparkling water from a certain angle into a cup, it just turns flat. Like it's
I didn't
not-
know
like
that
the
either.
It loses its sparkle.
Yeah, it needs more sparkle.
So basically, I ruined it already.
This sounded like an Instagram tattoo. If you pour it wrong, I
Never
lose my
lose your
spark.
sparkle.
Well, I don't know how else to say it. The fizz, it's like gone. So that's part of the problem.
Well, if
too.
you want
Lindsay,
to...
never lose your sparkle.
I will try.
If you want to tweet that, go ahead. If you want the recipe, that is in the show notes. Let us know on social if you tried it out. Maybe
Or don't.
Or don't. Avoid this one. We'd love to know what you thought. And if you have any drink suggestions that are better than this, which is literally anything, also let us know for future episodes, both cocktails and mocktails. And before we go, John, I have a quote that I think sums up everything we've experienced today.
What's that?
This season, instead of the presents, how about your presence?
It's-
You like that?
I've
I
heard
thought
like
it was
8 people
cute,
around the
right?
office saying that, and I think it's a precious.
But
I
there
love
is
it.
something true because, John, everything you preach is like, hey, you need to
Just
be
be
connected and
with
off your
people.
devices and stop trying to just
people.
spend. Like, be with people and connect.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's my takeaway.
This is the first year we're trying it where, in all seriousness, with our kids, my wife and I, we like, man, they got enough stuff. They got enough stuff. And so this is the first year we are going to surprise them and take them on an adventure. And we've been prepping them. Sienna's not bringing as much stuff this year, but hang on, there's going to be cool. And so it may be a dismal failure, but when they're our age, they're going to be like, remember that time you tried to skimp on Christmas? But I think I'm way more into adventures and spending quality time together than another shiny object.
for sure.
Well, Rachel, it's that time.
It's closing
I think
time.
John should have to sing the first line of closing time.
Closing time.
All right, and we're off the air somehow.
So you can follow us on social. Make sure to hit that follow button and subscribe to our podcast if you haven't already. And if the spirit leads, you can leave a review.
And if you've got a friend who needs to hear this, make sure to send them this episode and ask some of the fun questions we asked on today's episode. And if you want the full deck of questions for humans, Christmas edition, or any other, you can get that at RamseySolutions.com.
That's right. Well, you guys, happy Thanksgiving. We are so thankful for
Yes.
you, all the listeners, and making this podcast so fun that we get to do it every week. And hopefully we bring you great content that's inspiring and fun. And George, we'll see everyone next Thursday on
Smart Money Happy
Hour.